Alright, this video is going to be about scripts and ceremonies. So, these ceremonies are pretty important to the kernel. You want to make sure to get them right. Now, one thing I want to say first off is never reinvent the wheel, okay? We've done these exact same scripts multiple times in years past, so never go and write your own script, okay? Everything you need has already been done for you. So what you're going to do is if you need a fall ceremony, go into the MS 1920 fall S1 and then ceremonies and grab the one you need. If you need a spring ceremony, which I only had like one of them, spring 2020 S1, mine was in the awards list, and I have like my awards, I have my ceremonies, and the scripts. Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna rewrite, not even rewrite it. You're just gonna rebrand the scripts to fit your specific needs. So S1 is gonna be the one who's reading it, so that's not gonna be Ernst. That's probably gonna be Galtieri. So you're gonna do that for every single one. So Cadet Galtieri, I am now this guy talking. This is always Galtieri. Go down and do that for everyone. Okay, make sure you get them all, and then you're gonna go through and just change the names. So outgoing CSM, that's not Andre anymore. Whoever the outgoing CSM would be, we're gonna be gone, so you guys are gonna have to have stand-in. So put someone as the outgoing CSM. Outgoing BC, there's not going to be one because he's going to be gone. So put someone in the BC. Then you're going to have the PMS and then the new BC. So whoever that's going to be. So you just reinsert those names, okay? And then you're going to go through this line by line and just make sure it makes sense. So go through. Are there any spelling errors? Are there like pronoun errors? Because usually that happens a lot. And just go through. So like this all makes sense. Good. Okay. Now change the names here. So pause. Cadet Dieterding, who is the outgoing commander. That's not Cadet Dieterding anymore. Okay, that's going to be whoever the new guy is. So put that name in, and then just go through the script. Okay, this is no longer Cadet Brian. Write who the new person is. Okay, so you're going to go through that. I color coded all these names so it's easier to find them. And then, yep, just go through all of them. Outgoing first sergeant. Who's that going to be? Who's outgoing commander? Who's the new BC? Who's the new commander? Okay, you're going to do all that. Read and just make sure everything makes sense for the entire script. Okay, one thing I will say is that as the S1, it is your job to know the ceremony. Okay, so work with Major McGee and work with the new whoever the Master Sergeant is. I think Master Sergeant is staying, but work with him and just make sure the script is works well and it makes sense on paper, because the BC is not going to know what to do for the script or for the ceremony. The CSM doesn't know what to do. They're looking for you to explain how the ceremony should go. Okay, so again, work with the cadre to make sure that this all makes sense and that it's actually reflecting what should be happening. Okay, so here's a script for the branding ceremony. Again, this is the fall semester, so we're going to have the branding ceremony after basic week. Make sure this all makes sense. See if the colonel wants, things rewritten or whatever. But just practice it. Make sure you sound good when you're doing it. Okay, now this is, I don't want this one anymore, so I'm going to go back to my ceremony. Okay, now these are promotions, so it's also your job to track promotions. Okay, so you're gonna have the whole script, and it's your job to go through the MOAS and make sure everyone is promoted who needs to be. Okay, so Cadet E7s, what I would do is I'd go into the MOAS, see who's an E7 or who's getting promoted, and put their names right here. Okay. At the beginning of the school year, when the cadre sends you out people's new promotions, that's going to have their new ranks on it. And you're going to check and make sure that if they're moving up to an E7, they get promoted. Now, one thing that has happened in years past, and you have to be extremely careful about this, is if someone already is an E7, it's not going to tell you on that list that Master Sergeant sent you if that's changed or not. So when you're going through the MOAS and updating their ranks, if it's an E7, if they're moving to an E7 but they already are one, don't promote them, if that makes sense. If they're moving to if they're becoming a team leader and they're going to be a sergeant because they're going to be a team leader, but they already are a sergeant, don't promote them to an E5 again. So make sure you track if people are actually changing ranks versus staying the same. Okay, because I messed that up a few times. Okay. Now, so ranks are going to go from lowest to highest, starting with enlisted. So the lowest one we did was enlisted, E7. So it's like E7 is going to go first, then E8s. Okay, then you go all the way back down to O1s, O2s, O3s. Okay. Now awards are the opposite. So I'm sorry. This is still sergeants, PFCs, blah blah blah, PFCs. Okay, now we're at the awards. Now awards are opposite. So you actually do award highest to lowest first. So ranks are lowest to highest. Start with the privates and do all the enlisted ranks, and then start with the lowest officer ranks and do all the officer ranks. Awards start from the highest and go to the lowest. So what you're going to do is look at people's GPAs from last semester, the cumulative GPAs. Again, that's in that email that Miss Sanchez sent you that has their GPAs on it. Then you're going to update that in the MOAS, and then you can go into the MOAS, and if they have a 3.5 to 4.0 GPA, and again, you can just filter this. I'm sorry, I should have had this open. Password is Cowboys. This is my bad. I did not think about this. But you can filter this. Filter by numbers. I want greater than or equal to. So I think it was like, so 3 greater than, or let's do this. Let's do is greater than 3.0 or equals 3.0. There we go. Now, this is all your people who qualify for this first award. So this is all 3 O's to 4 O's. And again, I don't know if that's the actual award. Okay, it should be 3.5 to 4.0. But you can do that exact same thing for 3.5. Okay, then you can go down. Now, this is for PT tests. So again, go to the MOAS, filter it. Who has a 300? Bam, these people do. Okay, who has a 90 plus in each event? These people do. And you can go to the CSM's paper, or the CSM's SharePoint, and in the CSM SharePoint, I already showed you guys this earlier, but you can filter by what scores people got, and you can break it down. So then you go to there and say, yes, they had a 90 plus in each event. Bam. And then this was a special award that we gave out. Now, I will say that I did not look to see which awards are actually present anymore, so this script will change because we decided to get rid of all the dumb awards. Actually, no, I already updated this. But we got rid of all the dumb awards. Like, we're not giving out a 2.5 GPA award anymore because that's stupid. So make sure you go to the little board in the hallway that shows all the ranks we give out, or not, all the awards we give out, and make sure the script reflects that. So we give the 300, we give that, we give the 90 plus in each event, we give like the 4.0 GPA. Okay, don't give anything else out that we're not actually awarding anymore. Okay, and again, go to that little board in the hallway and see what we actually give out and what each one means. Okay, so that is promotions, award, ceremonies. It's just your job to change the script. It's your job to know how the ceremony is going to work and understand it, because no one else will. You know, work with the cadre. It's also your job to make sure people are promoted properly. Again, if their rank is an E5, and then they're now in a team leader position, which is an E5 position, and it says they got promoted to E5, you know, they probably actually didn't get promoted because they already were an E5. So make sure you only promote people who need to be. And then, last but not least, just make sure you're keeping track of, you know, people's scores, and you're putting it in here, and people's awards and achievements, and you're putting it in the script. Okay? So that is it for promotions and awards ceremonies.